full 18 innings the other night?
I did not. I gave it my best effort, but I knew I was going to have to get up and get some kids ready for school the next day. So I left after 10, I think. Went, had dinner, drove all the way home, got ready for bed, got in my bed. The game was still on, so I did watch the entire thing. I was glued to a phone or a TV, so good dub. That was wild.
Said before, having something to do throughout the year, instead of games in, after a bye,
Yeah, no, I feel pretty good. Obviously, I do a lot to try and make sure I stay feeling as good as I possibly can. So just daily maintenance and just trying to do everything I can to make sure that I'm feeling as good as I possibly can. But coming off the bye, I feel pretty solid.
How was that plane ride home and with a back issue,
Yeah.
or just generally speaking? Do you get up and walk around and keep moving, or just?
The plane ride home, I was out. We had interesting Friday to Saturday. There wasn't a whole lot of sleep, and then my Saturday sleep was all messed up, and Saturday night, and then so after the game I was pretty tired. I think that flight was like 10 and a half, 11 hours, and I think I slept for probably the first six and a half of it. Slept pretty good. Got here, got to my house at 2 a.m., went back to sleep until like 5 a.m., got up at 5, and then I've been feeling pretty good ever since, so it was not too bad. But yeah, it felt fine after that trip.
How do you go about handling the bye week just at this point in your career? How much, like, what kind of things you do to reset or step away?
Yeah, I mean, obviously try to stay, feeling good physically, move around. I don't want to just sit on the couch, so do as much as I can to make sure that when I come back here on Monday that I'm feeling as good as I can. And then, I mean, I'm spending as much time as I can with my family, taking my kids to school, picking them up, going to soccer games. Got to see a couple soccer games this past weekend, and spending time with them. Kelly and I got away for a little bit for like 24 hours and came back and back at it. So it's great. It's good to be home and be dad for a bit.
Much better do you feel, today after the bye week compared to, like a Monday where you would be coming in after a game?
Yeah, I mean, better. Obviously, I didn't take any hits last week, so that definitely feels better. But to be honest with you, our guys have been doing such a great job of keeping me clean. I mean, I felt pretty good, knock on wood, most weeks coming into the week.
Playing. Well, I was gonna say, Sarah reminded me. Last year you had a streak, the longest of your career, 5 games without an interception. You're playing efficiently again this season.
What are you doing, man?
I just wanted
to talk about somebody's not there.
No, but the efficiency that you have played with over the last 4 games, are you in a groove? Is that just a luck?
No, I hope it's not luck, but no, I think you got to go out and prove yourself every single week. And certain games shake out certain ways, and sometimes the ball bounces your way, and sometimes it doesn't. So I'm just trying to go out there and make as many good decisions in a row as I possibly can. That's both with where the football's going, how I'm throwing it, all those kind of things. Those are all decisions you have to make in a certain play. So just try to make those decisions, go out there, trust myself, I trust my teammates, and go let it hang out. And if there's a turnover here or there or a bad play here or there, move on, find a way to impact the game in a positive way sooner rather than later.
What excites you the most about just the possibilities with this offense the rest of the season, especially with what came out in the last game with the tight ends and progressing with the connection with Devontae as Puka's now expected to come back?
Yeah, I mean, I think the more people we can get involved in the game, the better we are. Obviously, we have a couple extremely talented players, quite a few, that are difference makers in this league. But when we can spread the ball around and make everybody defend, all the guys, all the eligibles, every blade of grass, that's when we're at our best. So continue to try and do that and let the big games for certain guys just happen. And frankly, I try to play that way all the time. Sometimes it shakes out a little bit different, but I'm doing everything I can to throw the ball where the coverage tells me to throw the ball, and give our guys opportunities to go do what they do best.
To run such a specific skill set to this offense with this speed, is there a process of configuring some of the spacing without this week?
I don't think so. I think we have guys that can do it all, and Tutu's one of those guys. Yes, he runs, faster than I do, but he's got a whole lot of other skills too that are valuable to our team. So he's like everybody else. We find ways to put him in the best position to help them succeed and let them go out there and use their talents. So, I mean, obviously you miss a guy like him with his ability to do some of the things that he's able to do, but find ways to be effective and explosive in other ways.
You mentioned, you watched the end of the Dodger game the other night, and Freddie Freeman, who has done that before, obviously. What is it about guys like him, guys like you, in those moments are able to, what sets you guys apart from the average player?
I don't know. I think I don't know Freddie all that well. I know him decent, but I feel like he's a kind of guy that embraces those moments, wants that moment. Surely doesn't want to be sitting in the on-deck circle and hoping the guy in front of him or behind him does it. So he seems to have that attitude. Seems to have had that attitude his whole career. He's been fun to watch, man. It was awesome being there. And I mean, the first time he stepped up the home plate, everybody in the stadium's chanting his name. I mean, it's awesome what he's been able to do for this city and for that team. So obviously I'm a big fan, but I think just wanting and embracing that moment, right? Not shying away from it, and not shying away from the fact that failure is an option too. You got to go out there and shoot your shot, and I'm sure I think he had chances earlier in the game probably to get a base hit and end it with guys in scoring position. Didn't happen. Okay, well, gotta trust myself the next time I go up there, and he did a hell of a job. So it was fun to watch. I think that's the biggest thing. Can't be afraid to go out there and fail, and just trust yourself.
Matthew, you're one of the longest tenured guys in the sport. Your career's kind of paralleled as we've seen changes to the rules regarding gambling, and it's become more widespread, obviously. Have you noticed change in what you hear from fans or your relationship as gambling's become more prevalent nationally?
Not me personally. I haven't had too many interactions where I've thought anything about it. I don't really talk to people about that, or anyone in my circle that is interested in that, to be honest with you. I think probably fantasy football is the thing I get asked about the most, and whether or not I'm doing enough for their team. But other than that, no, I don't field any questions like that. Luckily, I can imagine that certain guys get involved with that or have that brought to them, and you got to find ways to make sure that you're doing everything you can to stay out of that.
Thank you.